Okay, everybody, so today we're going to be building our cold frame boxes. They're going to be 4x4 boxes, so we've got all of our supplies laid out, everything that we need to be able to construct these boxes. So starting over here, we've got our wood planks. These are 8 feet long by 12 inches wide. So we're gonna cut these in half so they'll each be 4 feet long. And we've got our drill for drilling the screws in. We've got the saw so we can cut them in half. Measuring tool, which is very important. We've got to measure twice, cut one time. And we've got the screws. These are the corner brackets. These are going to help to stabilize the corners of the boxes. And then we've got these little tube straps, which are going to help to keep our PVC pipes in place, which are going to serve as the hoops. And then these are for ear protection. It's so important to protect your ears when you're using machinery. So, and then these are the PVC tubes that we're going to use, and they will go over the box like this. And then you can stretch your fabric over them. So that's how they'll work. And yeah, we're going to go ahead and get started with building these. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is just make sure that these are actually 8 feet long, because you never know. And they are exactly 8 feet. So that's awesome. So that means that we are going to cut right here at 4 feet. Okay, so for this part, we need a helper. So I'm going to be holding the piece of wood that's going to be secure on the table. Jose is going to be wearing some ear protection to protect his ears while he's using the power tool. And we're going to go ahead and cut it. Nice, dude. And now we're just going to make sure that they're about the same size.
Are you flush?
Yeah. One. So we're just measuring the 4 feet again. And all right, so the next thing that we're gonna do is put our corners together. Okay, so I brought these boards over because we're going to basically just lay out how we're going to build the box before we actually start screwing things together. That is important because we want to only have to screw things together one time. No mistakes. Whoops. And we want to make sure that everything fits together right. Cool. So this is how it's gonna look. Keep getting splinters. When it's put together. So, one thing, the ground that we're doing this on is not very level. So when we're putting it together, we're gonna want to make sure that everything is flush, which means that everything lines up correctly. Everything is in line with each other. So we're going to put it together basically one board at a time. So yeah, we'll do basically one corner at a time, and then we'll put the corner braces on so that they stay strong together. Okay, so we're gonna get started. Typically for these corner braces, you would want to get something that's a little bit bigger. Like we would want to have like at least like a 4 or a 5-inch corner bracket, but unfortunately this is the biggest size that we could find. So this is what we're working with, and sometimes that's the best that you can do. So don't feel discouraged if this is like all that you can work with. All right, now that we've got our box built, we're gonna start attaching the PVC hoops to our box. So the first thing that we're gonna do is position them in the box so that we know where they're gonna be. And then we can attach them with our little tubing clips. So we're gonna get started. PVC bends pretty easy. So once they're in the box, they're just gonna go like this. So the hoops are for laying different types of materials over them. So the types of materials that you can use are plastic, or you can use a shade cloth to keep your plants shaded, or you can also use a row cover, which helps to protect your plants from frost and also from insects. So those are the 3 main covers that you can use, but there's a whole variety of different things that you could use to cover it with. So the hoops just really add a whole variety of stuff that you can do with your garden box. You could also use these for trellising. There's just so many different options with this. So yeah, the hoops are an awesome strategy. This is the package. These are typically used for mounting like electrical piping systems. So that's probably where you're gonna have to look for them when you go into the hardware store. These are 1/2 inch and they will fit exactly around these PVC pipes, which are also 1/2 inch size. So now we're just going to attach a couple of these. Just cover it like this, and then you would want to secure it. And this is a really great way to provide shade, especially in the summertime, for plants like tomatoes, chili peppers, squash, anything like that, especially with the summer that we had last summer where it got way too hot, and lots of people experienced severe drought conditions that killed all of their plants. Having a shade structure like this is a really great way to prevent that kind of situation. So yeah, using a shade cloth, definitely recommend using this for a little structure like this. So this is just one example of a material that you can use. Again, like I said, you can also use plastic, or you can also use row cover depending on the time of season that it is. Row cover is really great for earlier in the season to protect against frost, to also protect against insects. And then plastic, it's really great for creating like a greenhouse environment for plants. And then the shade, again, for the really hot season. just to protect your plants. So yeah, hope that this helps.